welcome back. I'm so glad you went through that process of thinking about each area of your life and evaluating it. It's eye-opening, isn't it? I am so happy to see you again. And the next module today is all about goals. And I know you're probably rolling your eyes right now. Like, I already set my goals, Liz. Believe it or not, I think a lot of people set them wrong. And so I really want to go over them with you. So you set a very good goal in order to be the greatest of all time. And so the first letter, the G, to be the greatest, you have to set goals. And a couple things here is I really want you to remember to write them down. Yes, pen to paper, first thing in the morning. Write down your goals. What is your intention for the day? If you don't have one, then you're really letting life direct you in the direction that it's going to bring you rather than you directing your life. And please, 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 at the end of the day, see how you did. See how you did in getting towards that goal. And so at the end of the day, also kind of reevaluate where you fell short, where you did make the mark, and celebrate yourself. Give yourself a big hug, a high five, whatever it is. Be proud of yourself. You should be. Not everyone reaches a goal, even if it's in a small way. And we're going to talk about that in a minute. But also in the evenings, I want you to write it down before you go to bed. If you really want to go the extra mile, you can listen to a sleep meditation for success or achievement, things like that. They have a whole variety of them on YouTube. And so see if you can start programming your subconscious brain when you are sleeping. The best time to do it is just when you're laying down after you've done this exercise with your goals. So you've brushed your teeth, the whole 9 yards, or maybe it's, before you brush your teeth, you sit down with your journal, pen to paper, think about your day, think about where you did awesome, and maybe some areas where you could improve on and how you can improve on those areas. And write down your goals again, morning and at night. And I want you to keep a piece of paper with you. And as often as you can, remind yourself of your goal during the day. Try to focus on it. If you have come to lunch and you realize, man, I didn't even look at my goals today. I missed my morning. I was running late, whatever it is. Don't beat yourself up. That's over. You can't change the past, right? Let's not focus on what happened all morning. Let's focus on how we can go ahead and move forward the rest of the day and start achieving some of our goals. So please, if you can, try to do these things and celebrate yourself just in your mind, but you can also do it in front of a mirror. It's very powerful. If you use your name in a third person, and it goes something like this. Liz, I am so proud of you. You got up, you wrote your goals on your paper today, and they are to eat a salad for lunch. And I know that you're going to eat your salad for lunch today, and it's going to taste so good. And you're going to feel so good about yourself because you're not going to eat that burger and fries or the French fries or the pizza or whatever else that your friends are eating. And you're going to choose health, because you are more important than that piece of pizza and those French fries. You're going to choose to put good things in your body so you feel good about yourself. That would be an exchange in terms of looking in the mirror and talking to yourself through your goals. It is a wonderful way to also help program your brain what you're going to do, how you're going to feel when you do it. Emotions, right? It's not just your thoughts, but so much of it is your emotions and your energy behind those things. I will teach you later, but it's so important how you feel. Really change your feelings about doing these things. Please focus on that and how happy you're going to feel when you achieve these goals. So think about it, visualize yourself as if you've already achieved them. And you can also do that mirroring. Liz, you hit your weight goal, whatever it is, that number, X amount of pounds, you did it. My gosh, aren't you excited? You have worked so hard, and I'm so proud of you for achieving that goal. Feel it as if it's already happened. So let's get into SMART goals. And I'm sure most of you have heard of these, but let's do a quick refresher because I really want you to set the right goal. Don't try to just say, I'm going to be better every day. That's not specific, right? And that's the first one. The SMART stands for specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time. So S, specific. What exactly is expected? So answer the 5 W's. Which, who, what, where, and why, right? So which requirement do you need to be aware of? What do you need to do? What do you want to achieve? Who is involved? Who can help you achieve this? Where will this happen? And why do you want to accomplish it? Really think about it. So it could be, let's just say finances. You're going to do something with your finances. You are spending a lot, right? So what exactly is expected? I want to save $1,000. Okay. And so that's your goal. And so who is involved? You and maybe your spouse. You're going to get them on board. What do you want to achieve? You want to achieve saving $1,000, but also switching your mindset around spending money and saving money. And where will this happen? This might happen on the computer. Maybe you're an Amazon shopper. Guilty. Maybe you love to go to the mall or a strip mall and down the street and just browse. And when you go into Lululemon or, I don't know, REI, let's say, or Bass Pro Shops, if you're into fishing or hunting and you can't resist buying those things, don't go there. Set restrictions on yourself going there. And so really think about where and why do you want to accomplish it? You want to become more responsible. You want to feel good about yourself and you want to save money, right? You want to invest maybe in something else, or you're trying to save up for a new car, whatever it is. And then which requirement do you need to be aware of? Maybe your requirement is you want to lower your credit card spending limit. And so maybe that's a requirement. So go through the specifics. Which, who, what, where, and why. Measurable. Again, this is how do we measure it? How much and how many? How will I know when I've reached my goal? Well, if you have it measurable, and do that in small increments. So you're not going to save, I don't think, $1,000 in one day. So maybe think about how long it's going to take you to achieve this reasonably, but not too, you have to give something, right? You're going to have to give some things up. Maybe it's going out to dinner once a week or something like that, whatever it is, but think about it. Attainable. It has to be realistic. So you're not going to say, I'm going to save $10,000 this week. I mean, maybe if that's in your realm of spending and making money, sure. But it can't be too easy either. You can't say, I'm going to save $100 and you could do that in one day. So you have to make sure it's attainable, not too extreme, not too high or too low. Relevant, meaningful. So it lines up with your morals. So obviously, if you're trying to save money, that lines up with who you want to be. You want to be a responsible spender. You want to bring the vibes in and shift your mentality that you're using the money, not the money's using you. It's a tool, right? We use money in exchange for services. We use money in exchange for items that we buy. I had to pay for this water bottle. I have to pay for the water that's in it. So think about that. And time. Decide on how much time you're willing to devote daily on it. And this could include even your meditation time and that you're meditating, but make sure that you're writing down your goal. So take that into account. Maybe you're taking 15 minutes, which is all it really needs to take. In the morning, writing down your goal. I am working towards saving $1,000 and I'm getting better and better at it every day. And if you want to even say, if you want to do it in the present tense, I have saved $1,000 this month. And write that down. As in a present tense, it shifts your mentality as if you've already achieved it. I worry some people feel like they have already achieved it and then they don't save. And so whatever you think works for you, but I have found I am saving every day in every way. And I think about that. And if I was working on my finances, that's not one of my goals right now, but if I was working on it today, that would be my statement. And that would be one of my goals when I'm writing out my goals in the morning. I am working on saving every single day in every way to reach $1,000 by the end of this month, or whatever number it is, or whatever time frame it is. So really, really focus on that. And during the day, when you really want to go to a Starbucks, add that up. So it has to be measurable and keep track, because a lot of times, honestly, it's those little purchases that we make. It's when we're standing in line at Target and we buy a buy, or we go and get a slushie or whatever they're called there. And those little things are what really add up. It's amazing. If you really keep track, and you should be keeping track in your notes, how are you measuring it? How are you measuring your goal? And so if you're wondering different things, so obviously weight, I was struggling with that for a long time. And so I am very familiar with that one. My diet, I would take pictures of what I was eating. So that way I knew that I was doing, what I said I was going to do to myself, which was eat a certain thing or drink a certain amount of water. Very easy to measure that, right? I could see how many ounces I was drinking if I kept track. Every time I filled my cup up, meaningful time frame, how many weeks did I want to achieve this goal, etc. Going to the gym, how would I do it? Where I was going to go to the gym every day, at what time. And so I set that schedule up and put it on your calendar. That's the other thing I think people forget about goals, is to block it into your calendar. Put that 15 minutes that you need in the morning, and that 10 minutes before you go to bed, or 15 minutes or 30 minutes, whenever it is, or how much time you want to devote. The more time that you devote to it and the more action steps that you take throughout the day, the faster your goal will be achieved. You'd be so surprised how just those little bits of action during the day add up. And those little bits of saving during the day, when you want to go on Amazon and just order something really quick, and then you see something else that pops up, and then you think, oh, you know what? Wait, when you go through your shopping list, you go and say, wait a minute, you know what? I don't really need that shirt, or I don't really need that fishing lure, whatever it is that's your thing. Go through it, and my daughter does not need another skirt, whatever it is that you're going to buy her, a toy, and really focus on your goals. Remind yourself, take that piece of paper out with your goals handwritten on it, and make sure to do it every day. Do the writing every single day. It'll program your mind, and it'll remind you of your intention of your life. All right, so good luck this module. I am so proud of you for taking the first step in becoming the greatest of all time in your life. I know you can do it. I believe in you. And follow these steps. Figure out what area of your life you want to work on first. Only one thing. Be specific. Don't pick something from each area of your life. You can work through this whole thing again on something else. So pick the most important thing to you and start with it, but only one thing. Don't pick something from all 7 areas. Okay? Thank you so much for joining me today, and I'll see you in the next module.